Hey Cancerians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your mid-May check-in here. So in the meditation, first of all, cardinal is a very important totem for you during this time, the cardinal. I saw the image of a cardinal in an empty, like, sort of like abandoned space where like a house used to be that had been, demolitioned. It was like an empty lot in a major city. And I saw this cardinal there, this beautiful emblem of nature, in a seemingly odd circumstance, like in this city that was like loud and noisy, and it seemed out of place. And then I heard the song, I think it's called Taxi Cab by Joni Mitchell. It's "They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Don't it always seem to go that we don't know what we got till it's gone?" So I heard that song. And then I saw the cardinal fly up into the sky and then fly away into another scene where it was like felt at home in the forest, right? Where you would expect to see a cardinal. And I saw the cardinal sitting on a tree branch looking down, and I saw this beautiful little lake. It was like a small lake. And I saw this person, it felt a bit like Narcissus actually, with these almost pale, but like almost ghostly, with these big, hungry ghost eyes, looking down at this reflection of himself in the lake. And the reflection of himself was even more emaciated and starving, and it felt like neglected, almost skeletal, a version of himself. And I saw this, felt like Narcissus. The legend of Narcissus is that, he was cursed to fall in love with his own reflection, so that he didn't eat or sleep or drink, ended up dying, right? I saw this Narcissus jump into the water and sink to the bottom of the lake, and then the lake, was calm and it stopped rippling, and then I saw the turn back to the cardinal, and the cardinal felt like it was a kind of a symbol of something being completed, or a cycle coming to its natural end or fruition. So it's really, really interesting, a really interesting meditation. I will say that cardinal medicine is largely about ancestors. It's believed within many traditions that when you see a cardinal, especially at a significant time, like near the date of a passing, like the date anniversary of a passing of a loved one, or something significant, that it means that the cardinal is your ancestors there to, say hello and support you and visit. So there's something about that coming up for you. I also find it interesting that as a water sign, we're in the woods and we have this lake and you're sinking to the bottom of it. And it feels like what happened on the other side of that was that you were able to nourish yourself. You had wanted to do it for so long, and just finally did it. The time that we're in, it's the full moon in Scorpio time, it's the eclipse season, it's Mercury in retrograde. This time is calling for us to take the shadow aspects of ourselves that we don't necessarily love, or that we keep way back in our subconscious because it's too painful or uncomfortable to really look at, and integrate those aspects of ourselves so that we can live a more balanced, reality that has a, sense of duality to it, really, but also so that our fears do not subconsciously inform our choices, right? And this can come in small things that lead to bigger things. I just gave this example in another reading, and it's coming up for you. But let's say that, as an example of this, let's say you're offered 2 jobs. And let's say one job pays you really well, really, really well, but it doesn't necessarily bring you joy. You're kind of like, oh God, like, I don't know, do that day in and day out, but you know that it's going to provide for all of your needs, right? Then you get another job offer where it's work that doesn't even feel like work. You do it even if you didn't get paid for it, right? But unfortunately, it doesn't pay. Look at my chihuahua in the background. Henry, I work alone. Oh my God. Henry, can I just finish this, please? Sorry about that. He usually stays on his bed sleeping like a good boy, but he's wanting to be on camera. Henry, please. Or you're offered a job where it doesn't feel like work. You do it even if you didn't get paid for it. It'd be really fulfilling, but you end up going with the job that's going to pay well. And so something that you deem as the smart choice is really a fear-based choice. And it's really through time and experience that we really learn to tell the difference between the two. Guys, he is spinning around in circles and really distracting me, so I'm going to let him out. Be right back. I literally can't with this. Henry, can you please sit on your bed, honey? So I can read for cancers? Thank you. Good boy. Yep, sit in the bed. I think he's going to do it. Okay, never mind. It's like, really? He's like, I want to perform for you. So it's really about being cognizant of things that we can, you know, label as, you know, the smart choice or the practical choice, right? Really a fear-based choice. When if you, that same person, another version of that person had taken the job that they really loved and were really excited about, like through taking it, they ended up meeting someone at the place that they eat at because that's in the same neighborhood as the new job, meeting someone who leads to, you know, supplementing that income in some way, shape, or form with more work that they love to do, or they get, you know, a promotion really quickly because they're so great at it, right? It's stuff like that where it's like, man. So it's really allowing ourselves to follow the feelings, and I feel like that is a huge point of your reading today. Is where are those feelings going to lead you? That is the energy at play for the collective, especially for you as Cancers. The fact that it's the full moon in Scorpio, eclipse, Mercury retrograde, this is going, you're going to be feeling this for sure. So I find it, we look at, you know, self-reflection is what this time is calling us to do. And then we saw Narcissus looking at his reflection and choosing to just succumb and go to the bottom of the water. So very interesting. Let's go ahead and see what your cards have to say. Hey Cancerians, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the second half of May. What is the, oh my stars, look at this, would you? The Phoenix. Good Lord, how very dramatic. I'm here for it. So I just want to point out immediately that that image of Narcissus going to the bottom of the lake definitely felt like a rebirth to me. We didn't see the other side of it, but in terms of submerging yourself in the water and just releasing into that skeletal aspect was going to rise into rebirth. It's so beautiful. So Phoenix is about, again, rebirth, transformation, rising from the ashes, right? I'm also really drawn to all of this red here because of the cardinal aspect and everything, right? You know, this circle here is that of spirit, which speaks that this is a very significant time for you. And we did say that, right? I'll let you in on a little tea as well. You guys are the last reading of this round, and you are the only sign, right? You are sign number 12 that I'm reading for in this round. You are the only sign that got a spirit animal energy. That is significant. This is the equivalent of a major arcana, right? It's really beautiful. How we embrace Phoenix energy is through acceptance, right? So this makes it, this is, I feel he's directly commenting on through looking at our shadow aspects, looking at how our fear has informed us, right? Is what leads to the gift of the Phoenix, of rising again from the ashes. So Phoenix is a death energy, right? It does represent Scorpio energy also because they are the Phoenix, and Scorpio full moon. Also, the Phoenix equates to the Six of Swords in the Tarot as well, which speaks of a, you know, transition from one point to another, moving across a body of water, or really going from, you know, a place of mental tension into that of a free and clear state of inner peace. But this is highly auspicious. This feels really good. And a lot of the times it's been earned and hard fought, you know. It's really beautiful though. All right, let's see what's going on. Well, that took no time. Did you see that? It was just like boop, boop. Wow, okay. So 7 of Wands, you have more fire energy here, Cancer. It's really beautiful. So, you know, 7 of Wands, this is very much about perseverance and effort. By the way, nobody else got 7 of Wands this whole round. I had a lot of cards repeating this round. Y'all's is brand new. Fresh like. This is effort. This is, I always hear that John Mayer song, Bigger Than My Body Gives Me Credit For, right? Because this is really about knowing that your obstacles are surmountable and really embodying that energy, right? So you're able and willing to face anything that comes your way. But this does speak of a certain effort. This isn't exactly kicking it by the pool, right? This is some effort. This is definitely, you know, some sort of like, you know, energy being spent. You know, the Wands rule the realm of the actions that we do or do not take around the work that we love to do, as well as our interpersonal relationships about which we are passionate, right? So this speaks of things that really stoke our inner fires and really matter to us, right? Very fiery. What else is going on? Oh, sook. No one else got this either, Cancer. You are standing like in your own energy field for this season. I'm here for it. So Nine of Pentacles. Wow. I'm so happy. I haven't gotten to talk about this all day. So Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful energy. It speaks of entrepreneurs. It speaks of independent success. It speaks of feeling really, really good about a job well done. This is someone who is successful, makes their own schedule, their own hours, and operates within their own terms. Right? This is what comes of not compromising, having an empire that is yours and yours alone. It's really, really beautiful. But I'm really drawn to the wall. I feel like these, can you see this? I feel like these 7 wands climbed and allowed you to get over this wall, to this 9 of Pentacles. But there's also an aspect with the tortoise here where it's taking your time getting to where you're going and knowing that, where you're headed, as long as you are following love and you are following your intuition and not coming from fear, that you are aligning yourself with your highest and best path, right? Why do I want to say that where you've been, you might be having some realizations around, wow, yeah, I might have made some fear-based choices there. I might have been afraid I couldn't take care of myself, so I accepted something that my intuition told me not to do. Something like that. Right? Or my fear is keeping me from walking away from this thing because I won't know what's next and I don't know what to do. There's something about that. There's a discord happening within you that wants change. Okay? And I feel like there is a wonderful opportunity to work for yourself or work in a way that feels like freedom. Even if it's for someone else or a company, it feels like freedom. There's a lot more freedom within it than maybe what you've previously experienced, or less like red tape or bureaucracy about it or something, but it feels like freedom. It's really, really nice. If you are an entrepreneur, or if you have ever considered working for yourself or branching out, becoming independent, or joining even a company that's made up of entrepreneurs, that's like a big green light I'm seeing for you. Okay. Ooh, oh my God, I love Page of Nobody has gotten these cards today, and I love it. Page of Pentacles. So this is so beautiful, beautiful earth energy here. So this speaks of new projects and new lines of work. Work. I love it. But here's the thing. Look at this alpaca. Had to release some of this old hair, had to shed the old in order to be able to pick up the new. This pentacle of newness and new potential, right, and work that they love to do, only appeared after it got rid of all this hair. Diving into that pool is Narcissus and just allowing yourself to be trenched in the waters of transformation, like the phoenix here. It's really beautiful. They're taking me back to Narcissus and the whole point of that. They're telling me I might have missed part of that point. Narcissus was very much about sight and how we see ourselves, right? Narcissus was a really good example of someone who did not see others through the lens of compassion and thus couldn't have any compassion for himself. So there's something about tying that back into having compassion for yourself, for your circumstances, and moving from a place of, I'm going to treat myself like I deserve to be treated and act as though my heart is going to lead me to me being able to financially take care of myself and love how I spend my time doing the work that I do. Right? It's really beautiful, actually. It's really, really beautiful. Okay. Let's get your advice. Oh my God. Okay, so your advice is 4 of Swords, which I'm so here for. So this is really interesting. So I feel like it's holding hands with the Phoenix. So 4 of Swords is about allowing your mind to rest and be free. It's about allowing your physical body to have a deep rest. And I'm seeing that image of Narcissus plunge into the waters and not come up again. I'm really hearing to allow yourself to really follow feelings. If you are feeling like doing a little bit less, because this is doing a lot, right? If you feel like kind of separating yourself during the energies that are coming about for this season and being still really finding places of quiet, allowing yourself, like the tortoise, to move a bit more slowly. That feels like it's highly encouraged. Why? Because you are going through a period of transformation and transition where it makes sense. I'm seeing an animal about to transform into another animal. And as it does that, as it's shedding this, like, you know, this previous fur of a previous life, it's transitioning into something else. And so it makes sense that it's going to slow down a bit and prepare for that and submerge in the water, right? So that makes a lot of sense. Allow yourself to do less, allow yourself to rest, allow your mind to be at ease. You are going through a period of transition where you are awakening to your true potential before you, and really getting your gumption up in terms of, you know, taking some risks around that and investing in yourself in whatever way, shape, or form that pertains to you. You got some good earth energy around you too. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, there to support you as a foundation as well. Again, I saw those ancestors with the cardinals. You have a lot of support, a good foundation. And remember, I feel like saying with the cardinal, you know, your ancestors' blood runs through your veins. Everything that they endured, every war that they survived, every famine that they survived, everything that they survived and got through, all of those experiences and that strength is in your veins. I always find that to be very comforting, and I hope you find comfort in it too, because we can draw upon that strength whenever we like. Let's get an oracle. Which one though? I'm going to do the ancestors. Of course I'm going to do the ancestors oracle, as if there were another choice. Oracle for Cancer. All right. What is the oracle? Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, wait, let me put this over here. Look at how beautiful this is. So this says inspiration, Holy One. Inspiration. Do you see this it's like a monk actually, sitting on a mountaintop here, looking out and being still and receiving inspiration. Do you see the phoenix colors, how they're here? I feel like this is directly remarking on the fact that we were talking about you're in a time of transition and you're being called to assume the Four of Swords position, right? While this occurs, it feels like the most gentle option and the way that you can love yourself the best, right? It's interesting with the Holy One being still looking out and then the Four of Swords. This is the further validating, right? But I also feel like the word inspiration, right? What's that about? Inspiration, becoming inspired, right? What's that really? An awakening. Every inspiration is a point of awakening, right? So I feel like that's really beautiful. And I feel like in order to be on the receiving end of that inspiration, it really is about embodying the moment that you're in, from a place of, you know, mindfulness and quiet. And it's really, really beautiful. Meditation, contemplation, stillness, presence, right? That's really, really beautiful. Cancerians, I'm sending you so many blessings. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Y'all Cancers tend to be quiet up in here. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think. What's going on? And please like, share, and subscribe. I would so appreciate it. And with that being said, just thank you, my beautiful Cancerians. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you watching this. And with that being said, as always, and most of all, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.